What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles X. In the last episode we took out 3 anti-aircraft turrets so the Manon could escape, but now we need to find them. Real quick, I would like to point out that Rex is no longer with us and instead we have L. So I did go all the way back to New LA just to put him in our party, and he's actually a fairly strong character, so he should help out a bunch in the rest of this chapter. But in case you're wondering who Rex is, he's actually a character that one of my friends uses, and I actually hired him to help us out for around like 2 hours or something like that. But of course it's been significantly longer than 2 hours since I last recorded, so by the time I even booted up the game to record, his character was long gone. That's not really going to be that much of a problem though, because the rest of chapter 5, including the boss, is fairly easy. So it's really only the first section of this chapter that's hard to get through, like if you aren't a stealth master and prefer to just like run and gun like I do. But yeah, that entire segment is really designed for, you know, stealth. Like you don't really want to like get into a ton of battles. Of course, I didn't take that approach, which is probably why I ended up dying like a lot more than I needed to. That being said, it's quite a walk to where we need to go, but along the way we do get to, of course, explore more of Oblivia, and there's at least one other mission that I know we can pick up from a blade that's sort of around here somewhere, so yeah, we're gonna grab that. Even though it is slightly out of our way, it does make sense to get it now though, because I'm not gonna spoil the reasoning behind it, but after we defeat the boss here, the game is going to put us back in New LA, so if we want to get that mission, you know, after we defeat the boss, we'd have to travel all the way back out here, and that would take more time. And there's going to be like a ton of missions that we can accept after we finish up chapter 5, so look forward to that. Like, I'm excited to get like other missions done, because you do get a lot of really cool equipment from completing the non-story missions. And speaking of which, like in between videos, I have been going to the Blade Concourse and taking on some basic missions, because a lot of them are like just simple collection missions, and the stuff that they need we kind of already have just from collecting the random blue things in the overworld. So I like completed 7 of them without even needing to do like anything, which was pretty awesome. Alright, yeah, here we go. May, red question mark right above her. She obviously has a mission for us to accept, so what do you say we talk to her and figure out what that is? Well, great, it's completely broken. Just lovely. Maybe coming this far out on your own was a bad idea. What do you think, girl? Bad idea? Yeah. And you're out of SOS range. Of course. Ugh. What are you gonna do now? I guess we should help her? Oh, swell. Now you're seeing things. Your brain knows it's about to get eaten by monsters, so it's checked out early. Wait, are you real? And a blade? Seriously? This girl has problems. Sorry, apologies. I'm not very good at talking with people. Let me take a deep breath here. Okay, phew. So here's the deal. I was attacked by some indigents. Wrecked my Skell, no spare parts, pretty much standard. And now you're caught up. Okay. Let's just help her out, I guess. What? No, don't waste your time on me. I'm a perpetual screw-up. The whole reason I work alone is so I won't drag everyone down with me. Wow. Really, I couldn't trouble you. Though I don't suppose there's any way for me to deal with a busted Skell by myself. Look, I'll repay you as best I'm able. Not to assume you'll help, I mean. I could use some spare Skell parts. Man, this whole conversation just went backwards. But if I can't get the new parts, then just the materials to patch up the broken parts will do. Once I have those, I can handle the repairs. So, please? Sure. Let's accept this mission. Wow, we can actually almost complete this. Like, we only need 2 more materials we don't have. So, yeah, we'll accept this now and finish that up as soon as we can. Thanks a lot, and not just for the offer to help, but for talking to me. It's been a long time since I last talked to someone. I kinda missed it. Guess I should specify the actual stuff I need. 4 vials of viscous humor, and 2 globs of silvery cactaceous resin. And I'm happy to wait, so no rush, really, just whatever. Alright then, so some interesting materials that we need, and we'll do our best to keep an eye out for them, and hopefully we can finish up that quest soon enough. But now that we have that, we can pretty much go directly to the boss of Chapter 5. So, let's be on our way. But of course, if we collect more of these, like, blue things, there's a higher chance that we'll get what she actually needs. If the material is even in Oblivia, like, I really don't know where we would find that off the top of my head. I'd have to go look it up in, like, the in-game menus or on, like, an online database or something like that to figure out where those materials are actually found. But, you know, whatever. I'll do that off screen. Anyways, yeah, one benefit of going this way around the back is we don't have to go under that cave where all those, like, monsters are just waiting for us. I mean, not that big of a deal. We could have fought them and taken them out pretty easily, but going around the back gets us that mission, and we skip over fighting those extra creatures. Oh, and by the way, like, if you're ever in super need of an item that you're having trouble tracking down, and you do have, like, the online mode enabled, just for being a part of a squad, like, and sort of participating in some of the activities, you can get things called reward tickets, which you can trade for items in, like, your barracks. There's a blade terminal near all the online stuff, and you can pretty much just trade your reward tickets for some items. So that's one super quick, easy way to get some of the more rare materials in the game, and I would recommend making use of that, like, whenever you can, because it's definitely a lot easier to get materials that way if you're not playing as the Reclaimer class, because Reclaimers obviously have higher drop rates for some of the more rare materials. Anyways, here we are at the boss of Chapter 5, so let's get ready.
Just in time. Now go, quickly.
You saved us, yes? Thank goodness! We saw you take care of those turrets, you know? We owe you one. Big time, okay?
Earth aliens? Earth. Yes. Saves us the trouble of hunting them down.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, they want us to fight like actual Skells, you know, with guns and swords. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would really go that well for us, but believe it or not, these guys aren't too hard. Also, I totally forgot to, like, go and adjust my gear prior to activating the cutscene for this boss, because normally that's what I do before going into a boss battle. Like, I'll make sure I'm using my best gear, level up all my arts and stuff like that, but I think I did that before going into Chapter 5. And I know it's been a while and we fought a couple of enemies, you know, in between starting and now finishing Chapter 5, so I probably should have, like, gone through and looked at all my stats again to level up some of my stuff, but I totally forgot. Don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal for this particular fight, because we're doing good so far. Everyone's still pretty healthy, so yeah, not really too worried about this, but I will try to do my best to remember to upgrade all my stuff at the start of, like, the next chapter or even, like, the next video, just to make sure we're at, like, peak performance, if you will. Alright, so only one more Skell left. Let's just focus all our attacks and power on him and take him out as fast as we possibly can. I think it's kind of funny that, like, we were somehow able to defeat 2 and now maybe even 3 Skells with, like, normal bullets and our swords. Makes them seem way less powerful, but when you get a Skell, you'll realize just how powerful they actually are. And there we go. We did it!
Woohoo! Dance of victory!
Damn it!
Are you alright?
What? A friend is a robot?
I'm gonna block all feedback to the nervous circuits. Still hurting?
Wait a second. You don't remember anything about your body being a mimeosome, do you?
He's losing his biocirculatory plasma. I can't fix this here. Elma, I need you to contact the Mimeosome Maintenance Center for me. Ask them to have a Type 085 left arm and transfusion ready ASAP.
You got it.
I'm going to have to take you offline for a bit here, okay? We'll resuscitate you back into LA. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. I promise, okay?
Oh my gosh, my bad guys. I totally forgot to enable the remove headgear option. That way you can like see everyone's faces, because there's an option in the game where you can basically remove the headgear but still get all the stats and bonuses from having the armor. I'll try to remember to do that like the next time I can.
Welcome back.
So, how's that new left arm feeling?
Alright, so we can reassure, or we can worry. Let's reassure, why not? Our arm is fine.
Man, what a relief.
You're lucky Lynn was with us. If she hadn't acted as fast as she did, you might have bled out entirely. We could have lost your whole unit.
Oh, it was nothing.
Before we go any further, I wanted to apologize. I should have realized you might have forgotten about this, but as you probably noticed, the body you're inhabiting is artificial. We call them mimeosomes. MIMS for short.
Mimeosomes are designed to mimic human physiology as much as possible. The whole point is for us to forget about them. That way we can still enjoy the things we love, like cooking.
We're all like this. Every single crew member that escaped on the White Whale. All of us are MIMS.
But why would friends all become robots?
Well, just think about it. It could have taken decades to find a new planet to call home, or even centuries. We had no idea. Who would want to crew the ship if they knew they were going to grow old or die along the way?
Tatsu see Linley point.
Our actual bodies are waiting in the lifehold, in stasis with all the human passengers. We control our mimeosomes remotely from there. So you see, that's why it's so important for us to find and protect the lifehold. Our lives are on the line here too. If the lifehold were to stop functioning for any reason while we're still there in stasis,
everyone, including every MIM in New LA, would drop dead on the spot.
that reminds me, something else you should know. It's possible for us to switch to another mimeosome if these bodies fail or become too badly damaged. But the process requires equipment from the lifehold core, the central unit of the whole operation.
Meh! So what if Gangly and her big beasties smash friends' robot MIMs?
We wouldn't be able to come back yet.
For now, we need to consider these MIMs as precious as we would our real, actual bodies. Don't get reckless out there just because you're in a mimeosome. That's an order, you hear? One last thing, and I need to trust you all to keep this quiet. It's sensitive info, so HQ has only been telling team leaders about it. We can't have a panic on our hands. The readout on Blade Tower. You've seen it? It's not some kind of special clock or anything like that. It's a countdown.
Big number counts down to what?
The lifehold shutting down.
What?
The lifehold lost its power source when we lost the White Whale. It's been running on backup ever since. We need to locate the lifehold and get a power source in place by the time that percentage reaches 0.
And if we don't,
These bodies will no longer sustain us.
we'll die.
Not just die, Lynn. Die out. It would mean the end of the human race as we know it. The end of everything.
Well, on that cheerful note,
Okay, Rook. You good to go? Then let's report back to HQ. I'm sure the commander will want to hear about this himself.
right.
Holy crap, you guys, that is a lot to take in. Like, not only are we all technically robots, but the giant number on Blade Tower is counting down until we basically die. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Although that does answer a lot of questions I had about the plot of this game. Also, I just want to say, I totally called that we were all robots from, like, the first trailer of this game. Alright, anyways, that's besides the point. Very quickly, let's do this before I forget. If we go into settings very quickly, we can go to display headgear, turn that to off. We still get all the bonuses, except now the headgear obviously won't be blocking like our characters' facial expressions or anything like that. I wish I did that before like I did the boss, but whatever.
Welcome back. Your floppy friends here filled me in on everything. You did good. Just watch yourself out there, Big Shot. You're still new at this, and we can't afford to lose you. We only got so many spare parts to go around.
Feeling better, are we? You took a nasty hit, no? He'll be fine. I patched him up myself. That's great, isn't it? We were worried sick, you know?
Wait, then Manon will live here too?
Correct. The NLA government has reached an accord with the Manon people, a friendship treaty. It guarantees their safety and provides them a place to settle here in the city.
That's great to hear, Dr. Jean. I wasn't sure how you'd react.
We don't need to be from the same species to be able to recognize our common ground. Someone told me that once.
That was a lifetime ago. That's quite a memory you have.
A blessing and a curse, believe me.
So you're all stuck here too, right? We were just cruising along out in space, you know? And suddenly, our nav system goes all screwy, and we find ourselves here. Which is pretty weird, considering our tech is far more advanced than anything Samar's got. You saw how bad they wanted it, yeah?
Samar? I thought it was the ganglion that attacked you.
You don't know about Samar? Seriously? As in the Interstellar Federation, Samar? I mean, they only rule over a radius of 6 million light years or so of space.
6 million? But that would span multiple galaxies.
Well, yeah. The ganglion are a run-of-the-mill crime syndicate. Just one tiny part of Samar, you know?
Just one tiny part. My good man, in the spirit of our agreement, we'd appreciate any intelligence you'd be willing to share.
Of course, of course. We'll tell you all we know, okay? After all, we are friends now, right? We are, right? Friends? Earth human heroes will protect us, right? Because we live here now. Right? Oh, look, look! Here comes our little ship now.
Oh, that's a little ship, is it? Yeah, there we go. Chapter 5 has been completed. Now the Manon are here in New LA. And, well, okay, we can customize our barracks, but no one cares about that. The more important thing is, yes, they now have an AM here in town that we should heavily invest in because they are pretty awesome, not gonna lie. On top of that, we now have access to Overdrive, which basically makes us super strong and powerful when we accumulate 3,000 TP. So I'll definitely explain that, you know, once we get into another battle and sort of get a chance to show that off. That being said, if you look at our mini-map right now, you can see there are several red question marks all around New LA, so ton of missions for us to take care of, but that is a lot to take in. Like, we're all robots, we could all possibly die like any second. I don't even know where to begin, like, honestly, of how to sort of process that information, so I'm not even going to think about that right now. Instead, let's head over to the AM manager system because I do want to showcase a couple of things. I have invested in, like, more of the companies more equally, so they're sort of, like, leveled up a little bit more, except for, obviously, this new AM that we just got access to. And you know what? I guess just in the spirit of fairness, I'll go ahead and invest like 2,000 Moranium. That's almost all the Moranium we have right now, but not really that big of a deal because we'll get it back just by like having the game on and idling, since that's sort of how mining works. Alright, so now that all that is done, You know what, I think that's actually a really good place to end off this video, so if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.